All right, first up this morning, for 20 years now, the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation has brought joy to kids during their most challenging times in their young lives by heading to camp. It's called Camp Cartwheel.
Love that. Here with more about it and how you can support their mission is Jeff Gordon. He's president and CEO of Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. Also here is Brett Torino. His ranch is where Camp Cartwheel takes place. Good morning to both of
Gentlemen.
you.
Good morning.
And together we have Camp Cartwheel. And can we talk about that? Are there cartwheels involved? When I hear it, I'm like, whoa, yes.
You think his caffeine thing, you ought to see these kids. It's big, but there certainly are. It's just a magical place, Megan. Yeah, for a couple of weeks, kids get to forget about a lot of the cares that they focus on every day, doctors and nurses and diseases. But when they're up at Brett's ranch, at the Torino Ranch, it's just an amazing thing to see the transformation that these kids take. And we also include all of the siblings because they're facing their own challenges. So you have kids of both types, the kids that are sick and really battling, but up at camp, you don't see that. People come up and say, oh, this is going to be kind of a sad thing, but you don't see that.
It's a blast.
Up at the ranch. It's an amazing thing and special.
The Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation, it's been around since, am I correct in saying 1993?
Yes.
And do the kids get the help based on referrals, and then how do they get to camp? Like, how does all of that work?
Well, it is referrals. We work very hand in hand with the medical team as that around the valley, and within a new diagnosis, the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation is aware of that child within 24 hours. Not just with cancer, it's also in many areas. We're the only sickle cell agency in the state.
Wow.
We handle all the immune and blood-related diseases. So we're the largest nonprofit in the state as far as the populations that we serve.
Okay.
And so we have 45 programs and services that at no cost to these families that we take care of the kids financially and emotionally and educationally and in so many areas that we do. So it's, but they are referrals, and sometimes they just can find us on their own as well. But and as the kids come up, as camp starts coming, that word just goes out, and they start doing applications and everything else. It's amazing, and to be able to go up.
That's phenomenal. Brett, let's talk to you. I've heard so many great things about Camp Cartwheel over the years. It's many thanks to you and your ranch.
Yes.
Let's talk about how you got connected with Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation.
I have a beautiful property I purchased many years ago.
There we got in nice and early.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it's a very unique piece of property in that the elevation of it, the weather's cooler, and where else are kids going to be able to go outside in the summer and have summer activities in the middle of the day? So, the ranch was born, and with the idea of doing great things with it. And we put a lot into it over the years with the idea that organizations such as Jeff's, we could sponsor to come up there. It's a real effort for us to do what we do. But I've always been a big fan of Jeff because philanthropy has to be business too. I mean, and it has to be done with a heart. And Jeff, has both disciplines. So it's been a great working relationship to be able to do these things on the Hill. And the ranch is an amazing place. It's Xanadu for kids.
It's so amazing. Jeff, what does it mean to you to have partners in someone like Brett right in your corner?
Well, we don't do what we do without the Brett Torinos of the world. Yeah. And people don't understand. They look at the organizations and they think, wow, what a wonderful organization. And a lot of wonderful things happen, but it's a village. It takes a village. And you have to have people with hearts like Brett that can do what they do. For example, Camp Cartwheel's amazing. And Brett matches all of the sponsorships we get every year towards that. Like we got over 60,000 at our gala last year. Brett stands up and says, I'll match that to make sure that every child gets an opportunity to do that. And our education program at the foundation we talk about, we have the only classroom, full-time classroom in the United States that's run by a nonprofit at Sunrise Children's Hospital. That doesn't happen without Brett Torino. It's the Brett Torino Foundation classroom now because Brett steps up, and I said, we need $500,000 over the next, 5 years. And Brett looks at me and said, then fine, we'll do it.
Wow.
And so it takes people like this, and the community needs to know that it takes people like this, and that's what's so wonderful. I love this man because of his heart, but he also does what he does with his finances for the right reasons. So many people get involved for other reasons.
Sure.
But people like Brett don't, and those are the people that make us what we are.
That's
Jeff,
phenomenal.
you guys together make a great team, and
great.
all the kids and all the
Good couple.
families. So thank you so much for
Brett,
your
it's great
time.
having you. Great
You
finally
betcha.
meeting.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There you go. Celebrate 20 years of Camp Cartwheel with the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. To donate, volunteer, or find out other ways to help, just call the number or head to the website you see right there on your screen. Camp this year is July 20th through the 23rd, and again the 27th through the 30th.
That's phenomenal. Great organization.
Sure.
Great men right there.